Hello leaders, and welcome to another episode of Dream to Lead, where I help busy people like you harness new skills to be a confident and successful 21st century leader. Today, we are going to be reviewing 4 styles of communication. Understanding different communication styles can radically improve the quality of your relationships. That's because your level of skill in navigating difficult conversations depends on your ability to connect. And if you're working to improve your leadership abilities, better communication plays a key role in shaping a positive culture within your office, home, and community. Now, the 4 styles of communication are analytical communication, intuitive communication, functional communication, and personal communication. Let's review each one and identify pros and cons for each. I'm super interested in hearing what is your type of communication, so throw a comment in of what type you are as we go through this video. Let's start with analytical communicators. Analytical communicators want confident communication that convey expertise including hard facts and numbers. They like communicating with hard data, real numbers, and they tend to be suspicious of people who aren't in command of the facts and data. When someone tells you that profits are positive, they are likely to think, what does that even mean? Is it 1.7% or 13.4%? Let's see how this looks in a real-life situation.
One good news, guys, is that sales are moving in a positive direction.
Blah 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 blah.
Now, what I think we can do to make this even better is...
Bertha, what does that even mean?
LaQuanda, who are you trying to convince?
I mean, seriously, what does positive even mean? Are we talking 3.2% or 5.4%?
You know, to me, it looks like it could even be 10.6% or 12.2%. Look at the graph. What scale is he even using? I don't understand it.
Girl, you asked him.
Oh no, honey, you are not going to pin that on me. You're the one who said something first. You asked.
Listen, if we...
LaQuanda, what do you think about that approach?
I think Bertha has more input on this subject. What do you think, Bertha?
Well, I think... I think we need to ponder on this one a little longer before giving an official answer. Okay, well, we don't have a lot of time, so let's take a break and come back at 15 to strategize? Yeah, I think that's fair.
The old awkward silence. Notice how Bertha and LaQuanda were completely distracted after being presented data without hard facts. They basically tuned out the rest of the conversation and missed important information because they were trying to make sense of what they were looking at. Instead, the presenter should make sure that his graph is appropriately labeled, and he should have communicated that profits have increased by 5.6% since last quarter. This would have helped Bertha and LaQuanda better understand what is being presented, and they will trust the information the presenter is providing to them. They will feel more at ease and be more apt to stay focused during the presentation. A big plus for this type of communication is because they like their communication unemotional, they're often able to look at issues logically and dispassionately. Shows that they have high levels of data and informational expertise. They may be perceived to have high emotional intelligence, but they can also come across as cold, unfeeling, or even robotic. Not great for personal communicators. Don't worry, we'll get to that one. If you are an intuitive communicator, you like big picture, avoid getting bogged down in the details, and can cut right to the chase. You don't need to hear things in perfect linear order, but prefer instead a broad overview that lets you easily skip right to the end point. Typically, when someone gives you step-by-step information, you find it overly annoying, and it can be frustrating. Let's see an example.
Per my last email, we need to ensure our customers are complete.
Come on in. Oh, hey, Olga. Do you have the solutions to our discussion from earlier?
Yes, Mr. Dorcas, I do. I have put together 4 plans we can use to increase customer satisfaction. We can hire more people into the customer service call center to decrease hold times. We should be able to work with recruiting to put together a list of qualities we need for these people. I'm thinking happy, excited,
Keep talking. I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm still listening.
Okay. Then I was thinking, well, if we can't get them hired in 2 weeks, we should look at shortening the orientation. Maybe we can get the...
Notice how Mr. Dorcas gets distracted as Olga goes into the details of how they are going to execute the plan. Instead, maybe Olga could have told him the 4 ways they are going to increase customer satisfaction, and then allow Mr. Dorcas to ask questions and dig deeper about the plans. Intuitive communicators are quick and to the point. They don't get stalled by needing too many details, and they are comfortable with big ideas and out-of-the-box thinking. They tend to waste very little time and get things done. They also really enjoy challenging the status quo. But downsides is that they may not always have enough patience when they are in a situation that actually requires getting into the nitty-gritty detail, which may risk them missing an important point. Sometimes they can jump into situations too quickly for their own good and are generally not the best teachers. Typically, intuitive communicators have the most difficulty dealing with functional communicators. Again, don't worry, we'll get to that one too. Functional communicators like process, detail, timelines, and well thought out plans. They like to communicate in a step-by-step fashion so nothing gets missed. People who are intuitive communicators that skip all the detail and jump right to the end drive you nuts, especially when you think about all the important bits of information they are missing. Let's see an example of what drives a functional communicator crazy. Hey, Blanche.
Oh, hey, Ted! I only have a couple of minutes. I have to run to my next meeting. What's up?
Well, I heard that there's a new process for adding notes to our customer accounts. Can you show me real quick?
Absolutely. I have this system up right now. Look here. Okay, so now we type in our note and then we click here. Oh, wait, I forgot. I need to enter this first. But before I do that, I need to do this. And there you have it. Note is saved on the account.
I don't think I got all the steps. Can you show me one more time?
I'd love to, but I have to get to my next meeting. Let's connect after.
Okay, I understand. Yeah. Oh boy. Well, I see 2 things wrong with this video. So the first one is when Blanche said she only had a couple of minutes to show Ted, he probably should have known that he was going to take notes and that maybe doing this at a later time might have been best. Blanche was probably rushing through the steps since she had to get to her next meeting. Second, Ted got confused when Blanche missed a few steps along the way. He wasn't sure how to add them into his notes as he went along. Again, having the extra time here would help as well. I love people that are functional communicators because they generally hit all the details and nothing gets missed. Their teammates often turn to them to be the implementer because they have confidence in their love of process and detail. And because they are focused on things like process and detail, they are the person who is typically asked to play devil's advocate. On the other hand, while in communication, they risk losing the attention of their audience, especially when you're talking to intuitive communicators. You can often be seen as long-winded. If you are a personal communicator, you value emotional language and connection, and you use that as your mode of discovering what others are really thinking. You will find value in assessing not just how people think, but how they feel. You tend to be a good listener and diplomat, you can smooth over conflicts, and you're typically concerned with the health of your numerous relationships. As a personal communicator, you have to understand that not everyone communicates with emotion the same way you do. For example,
Guys, I am so proud of you. As you can see, we're anticipated to exceed our second quarter sales by 3.5%. That is fantastic!
Yeah, that's great news. Yeah, that's great.
Frank, why are you not happier about this? We're literally getting bonuses for meeting and exceeding our goal.
I'm definitely happy. This is really good news. I'm happy for the team.
It's okay that Frank isn't clapping his hands and applauding the group like you were. Frank is an analytical communicator and doesn't typically use much emotion. He may seem unfriendly or almost robotic to you, but that's just his nature, and that's okay. Personal communicators come in handy when building relationships amongst the team. People will often turn to you as the glue that holds the group together, and you're typically able to pick up vibes that others may miss because you're attuned to the emotional aspect of communication. They are great listeners and fantastic peer mediators. Potential downsides of having a personal communication style is that you may occasionally be derided as touchy-feely. So to recap, there are 4 styles or types of communicators. 1, analytical, communicates with hard facts and data. 2, intuitive, communicates the big picture and doesn't get bogged down in the details. 3, functional, communicates well thought out plans in a step-by-step fashion. And 4, personal, communicates with emotion and through connections with other people. Thank you so much, guys, for watching my video today. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Place a comment down below. Please also like this video, share with your friends, and also don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel to get updates on any videos that I post. And don't forget, lead your day to a better tomorrow.